Here I go again. Oh wait, no, I already did that. Okay, here we go again. After that whole Ubisoft rant last night at around 2 in the morning, the curiosity got the better of me. So I decided to re-download Splinter Cell Blacklist last night to try it today to see if my fourth echelon multiplier was still on my save. And besides the fucking fact that whenever I tried starting the game up, the Ubisoft Connect was giving me an error code. We're having trouble authenticating this game here. Please contact Ubisoft support. Almost making me do a double take thinking, nah, don't tell me they actually took down fucking Blacklist completely. But no, apparently I just had to re-log back into my Ubisoft Connect because for some odd reason there's like a glitch where when I bring up the actual fucking application on my computer, there's no store section, there's no nothing. It's like a false login or some shit. So I have to close out the Ubisoft Connect and re-log back in with the credentials. It's so fucking ass backwards. But I managed to authenticate it, and lo and behold, I have my fourth echelon multiplier because I had to do I did the safe house mission, probably one of the easiest missions to grind if you know the routes exactly, which they're not that hard to do. And lo and behold, I made $2 million fucking dollars off of a gold run on realistic for a Ghost, and I just find it hysterical. If you get your multiplier up all the way, you can just make a couple $1 million in one day. Like, oh yeah, I can basically just pay everybody on my on the Paladin like a few $100,000 a pop, like a few years' salary all in a day. Like they're all probably self-made fucking millionaires because of that. And it's like, does the United States government just literally have that much fucking money just to throw at Sam Fisher? I mean, considering it's Sam Fisher, like, he'll guarantee your freedom, that's for damn sure. At the expense of others' lives, but hey. Fifth freedom, baby. But yeah, no. The real topic of this video is just simple stealth mechanics that should be in every stealth-esque game. And the reason why I bring that up is, I think back to how completely different Hitman's stealth gameplay is as opposed to, say, Assassin's Creed or Metal Gear or even Splinter Cell. And it's just like, they're all completely different in unique ways. But it kind of sucks that some of them don't have even the simplest mechanics. Like, for example, when you think the Watch Dogs 2, okay, you have the decent ability to distract somebody with an in-environment object, or God forbid, throw one of your makeshift regenerating grenades as surface and lure somebody to it, and you can, like, set as a mind and shit. Like, okay, it's all fancy and all, but can Marcus just simply whistle? Like, seriously, that's what started this whole fucking thing in my head. The simplicity of just whistling. Because I used that technique a couple times on my, brief run in Blacklist, and I was like, it's such a simple mechanic, but it's so fucking effective because maybe the location is a strategic area to lure an enemy in and knock them the fuck out. And it's like, yeah, no, Marcus just doesn't have that ability at all. It's like, he can hack into any server that he wants. He has regenerating grenades. He has infinite stun gun ammo somehow. He can hack into, like, fucking cars and billboards and shit, steal people's money. But, God for fucking bid, he just doesn't know how to fucking whistle. Same thing with Agent 47. What do I have to do in order to distract somebody? Oh, yeah, I gotta throw a fucking coin. Or a fucking wrench. It's like, seriously, 47? Like, you can't just fucking whistle to lure a guy to your location and just knock them the fuck out? I guess he must have skipped that part in Super Assassin Training 101. Like, hey, sometimes just simply whistling for a guy to come towards you could be the most effective thing ever. Now, he must have skipped like 5 pages forward and saw, alternatively, you can just throw a fucking coin. Yep, that's going to be my main distraction ability for the rest of my life. Fuck everything else, I'll just use a coin. But beyond that, I mean, another, stealth mechanic that would be nice that was in, like, every fucking game is the disguise mechanic. And I'm not talking about the disguise mechanic of fucking Agent 47, because, I mean, come on, if a guy is used to working, like, a particular job, and 47 just comes in, like, Daisy Dukes, a plaid top, and some, masquerade eyeliner, even if it helps him blend in somehow, and it's like, that's like the get up for the fucking job or whatever, it's like you'd think those people that have been working there for a long ass time may look at it and go, huh, I don't recognize this guy. I don't give a shit. It's so fucking weird. It's like in any of the Hitman games, it's just, you have to have a suspension of disbelief, obviously, but it just feels a little bit odd. But I think one game that did a decent job of the disguise system, in my opinion, is the one game that I really didn't play the most of, and that was Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. And at least with that one, the soldiers could be in, like, full, like, BDU clothing. Suit, rig, mask, whole 9 yards. As long as you're not fucking talking, you can just blend in effortlessly. That's like a mini gameplay what if that I forgot to mention in my Metal Gear Solid 5 video. Just simply the ability to just copy the enemy's clothing, put on a fucking mask, and there you go. You can just blend in. Like, I know Metal Gear Solid 4 had that mechanic somewhat, where you can just, take the clothing of the allied militias that are, like, in a locker or some shit, or you start off with it from the start, and just simply wear that outfit, and they're just instantly friendly. Like, if that was the fucking case, why couldn't Snake do that with the PMCs? Obviously, the reason being is probably because, the nanomachines had you linked up with everyone. So obviously they'll see somebody and they'll probably like an instant recognition of, hey, this guy is in our database. Who the fuck is this fuck? So that could probably be explained in either your own headcanon or, obvious reasonings. But I mean, in the case of something like Splinter Cell or the earlier Metal Gear Solid games, a la the Phantom Pain, where there was no fucking, nanomachines whatsoever, it would have been nice if there was just a simple ability just wear the disguise of the enemy to help you blend in. It would just help you so fucking much. I mean, fucking Watch Dogs kind of did something similar to that, but that was, oh yeah, you had to fucking knock the opposing faction out and recruit them and use that person. No, you could just simply wear the fucking outfit and boom, that's just like a bonus perk that could be given to you. Like, come on. That should be like a fucking nice option in a stealth game. If I'm going on a complete rundown, there's numerous stealth mechanics that should be in various games. Whether it be, the ability to use camouflage, but that's kind of like a little tricky depending on the game. But the simple idea of hiding in fucking shadows from Splinter Cell, that would be fucking cool. The ability to mask your sound with the ambient environment, Splinter Cell did that too, and to an extent, like in some other games, like, I can think of Sniper Elite, I think there is that mechanic where you can mask your gunshots with the noise of the environment, like a bell ringing and shit. That'd be fucking cool. If we're going with, fucking the stalking zones, that would be kind of cool, but obviously make it a little bit thicker, because there are some cases where you're kind of just sitting there going, my head is literally sticking out of these bushes. Why the fuck can't they see me? But there are some cases in Black Flag where the bushes look thick enough that you easily blend the fuck in. I like stalking zones. They help you, navigate a little bit easier. But, have the camouflage assist that maybe. Wear, like, particular camouflage to boost your, chances of hiding it more effectively from the enemy. I mentioned whistling, disguises, I don't know. It's just, I feel like, there's just some stealth games that are made nowadays that don't incorporate some simplistic features that were introduced in previous games that should obviously be a fucking thing, in my opinion. That just really stirred this up here. I mean, again, it was just the simplicity of whistling. Now, I know that could be probably tricky to implement. I will admit that, because you have only so many buttons on a controller. But at least Metal Gear Solid 5 did something to remedy that. You hold the L1 button or the left bumper, boom, there you go. You bring up a radial menu, and you have like the sonar ability where Snake just punches the fucking ground and boom, echolocation. Or God for fucking bid, he's just able to, rotate his bionic arm. He can lure an enemy to him. You can simply just tie the whistling mechanic to a radial button, and there you fucking go. It works. But beyond that, I mean, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, I just hope, like, it's kind of like a trend for some fucking games where there's something really fucking cool that's implemented in an old-ass game, but then it's completely forgotten. Kind of similar to, like, say, healing mechanics, I know it's a tangent, but whatever. Far Cry 3, it had such a great healing mechanic where you can just heal yourself and you just see Jason just, pulling shrapnel out of his hand or bandaging his wounds or brushing fire off him. It looked so fucking cool, and then you just see that type of shit in later Far Cry games, and it just looks so minimalistic and dumb. And it's like, come on, bring me back some of those fucking realistic, immersive, like, fucking healing animations. If we're up to me, I'd hope, like, any modern RPG or third-person shooter or first-person shooter just have all these mechanics baked in. But obviously, in terms of, like, appealing to demographics, how some people, liked a certain mechanic in the past, development budgets, publishers being assholes, etc., etc., I can understand that some of these mechanics probably wouldn't be able to be implemented, especially in the grand scheme of things of how it would fucking work in the overall game design. But it's just, I believe in, like, more customization and freedoms to the player is always a good selling point. But that's all I wanted to say. I know there's probably a couple of extra mechanics and stealth games I'm probably missing, but hey, here's your opportunity. Tell me if there was, like, some gameplay mechanics in terms of stealth games that, made an appearance in older games that you don't really get to see that much of in current stealth games. And beyond that, like it if you like this rambling, dislike it if you thought it was fucking pointless, and subscribe if you want to hear more of the manager's ramblings. But the manager's fucking clocking out here. Bye-bye.